My point is the MVP is Christian McCaffrey. He's the best player in the league. He gets the best things going.
You can say that without discrediting Brock, though.
I'm not taking anything away from Brock.
You can say McCaffrey is your MVP.
I'm just saying McCaffrey makes
You just did.
better.
You just tried to like 4 times.
No, I'm not. I'm saying McCaffrey and Ayuk and Debo make Brock better than what he is.
Welcome, sports fans, to the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, joined by Coop, Big Boy, and then now we got Kobe. Usually Kobe's locks of the weekend, but he's on for the full episode today.
Special treat.
It was a special treat. Special treat. You know, that's what happens when you win the record for NFL picks.
Yep.
So
Yes, sir.
come on for your full episode.
Yep.
But, man, last weekend, big weekend, the picks. Who ended up coming out on top last weekend on NFL?
Probably me, because I've been,
I think Big Boy was like terrible.
Oh, Big Boy lost probably that.
No.
But
No
1 week
way.
bad, 1 week good. You know, it's just the way it is. I win 10 games, then I win 5, so it's all good.
I think it was me. I think I went 8-6. I think something like that. So
Not bad.
But
Not too bad. Well, stay tuned for later in the episode when we show our picks again. And of course, Kobe's going to give us his locks of the weekend later on. But with that being said, we're going to get right into it. The college football games.
It was just a big weirdo in the background, man. I don't know. Y'all better be careful. Some big old creep. Look at him. There it goes again. Sit down.
But now we are going to talk about the bowl games. They're starting up. One, I think, starting tonight. Couple, about 5 tomorrow. Looking at the matchups, I don't know if you looked at any of them, Big Boy, but you got the James Madison, 1 game away from playing in the New Year's Six, and now they're playing tomorrow versus Air Force.
Yeah, I did. That's it's not the same JMU that was playing earlier, though. You know, like the head coach is gone, the OC's gone, the DC's gone, the quarterback's coach is gone, the quarterback's gone, some offensive linemen, the tight end, 2 running backs, and their defensive end, their stud defensive end. So they were only allowing like 61 yards a game. And Air Force is gonna run the ball, so
61 yards a game.
that's how much they were giving up.
Who?
JMU was
What?
61
Running.
rushing yards. Rushing yards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and Air Force has lost 4 straight. So they won 8 and then lost 4 straight. So it's kind of a team that's not doing too good against a team who lost everybody.
Yep, no doubt.
Give me Air Force.
JMU lost a lot of players and their coach is.
Wow.
Well, another one is the new next year Big 12 team, Utah, already playing against Northwestern. I don't even know. I know both their quarterbacks entered the portal. I don't know if they're playing or not, though.
I don't know about that either. I'll go with Kyle Winningham. I'll just go with him. I trust him. He's staying, so
They probably have to be the favorites next year to win the Big 12, no doubt. Cam Rising back.
Probably
for his 8th year.
Yeah.
I mean, after y'all and OU leave, I mean, who's?
I mean, going in is
Oklahoma State, TCU,
K-State. Those are probably the best ones. Looks like you got a K-State hat on over there too.
It's Liberty Hill.
All right.
What round did they get to, Big Boy?
State before they lost to PNG, and then PNG
And they just won it all. Yeah.
PNG beat them.
They lost the game
Dallas
before.
boys.
4 times in a row, man.
Brutal.
4 times in a row.
They made it to semis. They made it to state once or twice.
Wow.
They haven't won in the past couple of years, but they've been there.
That's the kryptonite. Well, we talked about it on Tuesdays on the Edge. The signing day yesterday, right? Wrapped up. Bunch of big flips from around the country. Texas had a couple of their own as well. But looking at the class, they signed a total, counting the transfers, I believe they signed, let's see, 23 new guys. 2 of them were transfers, so 21 enrollees from the high school ranks, and I believe 18 of those are enrolling early. So, and a handful of them are supposed to be doing the bowl practices as well. I don't know if that's still happening or not.
And all 23 guys still are coming after Texas is going to the bowl or practicing for the bowl game. You know, Steve's Steve's not on one recruiting. He's focusing for a game and he's recruiting. So he's doing it all.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So
Well-
what's who do you like? Who's your favorite?
Well, that's what we're going to get to right here is we're going to each go our most impactful that we think for next year, offense and defense, one each, and then kind of our hidden gem, so you could say, on offense and defense. I don't know if you've been looking at it, if you want to go ahead and go first.
Well, I think Colin is the easy pick, most impactful on defense. I definitely think he can step in and play next year. Get us some help on the edge. That's my defensive. That's the easy one. On offense, man, in the long run, I think it's gonna be Daniel Cruz, that center. I think he's gonna be
That's a good one.
the truth. Yeah, I think after a couple of years, he's a real center, and so he's not like moving positions. And he played it all in high school this year, and
He's a
I really
big
like
boy
him.
too.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
Where's he from?
Richland,
Somewhere in Texas.
Richland, Texas, which I think
Yeah.
Dallas area.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 310.
Oh yeah.
Big boy. Only a
For
3-star
center,
too.
Huh?
Only a 3-star too.
Yeah. I like him though. I think he's gonna be good.
310.
Then my most underrated is Alex January, man. I think in a couple of years he's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
be the truth. He won defensive player of that district. And
Oh, yeah.
look at his
He's got-
teammates. You got
Yeah.
DeSoto in there. So I like him. I think he's gonna be the next stud in a couple of years. They put a little weight on him.
Okay. Who you got, Coop?
Who's the kid from Florida?
Xavier, the safety.
Yeah, the safety. I feel like that's gonna help out the Texas secondary a lot. They need some help, in my opinion, with the 50-50 balls downfield. So bringing in the DBs will help them out.
He'll be an early enrollee as well. So that's your defense. Who you got on offense?
My boy Ryan Wingo, baby, that's my homie. I'm a big fan of him. He's like 6'2", 200. He's gonna be him.
Yeah, 6'2", 205.
205, yeah.
Early enrollee as well, man. That's the thing. It's all these big time dudes that they need are all early enrollees, and it's nothing you can better than that. I'm gonna go defense. I'm gonna go Kobe Black. I think just because of how much he can play in the secondary, all those different positions. He can play safety, corner, star, and he's early enrollee as well. So I think that's a big get for them. And then offense. Oh man, Ryan Wingo's big, but since you said him, I'll say Brandon Baker. He's probably that heir apparent to Kelvin Banks. I mean, Sark said it in his press conference that he thought he was watching Kelvin Banks' film whenever he was watching him. 5-star at a modern day, be slotted in at the left tackle position after Banks leaves after next year. So that's mine. And then going to our hidden gems of the class, who do we think a dude is kind of lower rated guy that we think is going to really burst onto the scene maybe 2 or 3 years from now?
Like I said, Alex January for me. I also like Santana Wilson. His dad was an All-Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around, pro football his whole life. His dad still works for the Panthers. I mean, it's one of those things where like a coach's kid almost.
He's a DB, right?
Yeah, he's corner from Arizona.
Yeah.
And then, man, My boy Parker. I think
Parker Livingston.
Parker Livingston, man. I think he's a dog. I think he's gonna be good. I watched him a lot of his tape in high school, and he's taller and he's fast, man. He's fast.
Yeah, he is. Who do you
I,
got?
like I said, I feel like the DBs are going to be really important for this draft. We have the weapons, with all the receivers and stuff, but I think any of the DBs and even more that we're going to get is going to be the big key for the Texas moving forward.
All right. Well, you kind of mentioned Alex January. There's a couple of those D linemen that are all like that, like those 3-star hidden gems type. I mean, obviously you talked about Alex January. You got Melvin Hills, who's be a good one too. He's not an early enrollee though, so maybe a step back from there. And then I love Deontay Robinson from Florida, same high school as Baxter. He's a big boy.
You know why I like him?
Oh, I know why. Got the
I want my linemen to have gold teeth to be ready to go. You know what I mean? So I love that.
And then offense, I love. Obviously, they got Jarrett Gibson, top 2 running back in the nation, but I love Christian Clark, running back, lower 4-star from Arizona. It's just something about those Arizona running backs, boys. Even
And of course, Makuba and Golden coming in. I think they'll make a big difference next year.
yeah, no doubt.
They're automatic.
No doubt. Well, the class is still not done. They signed a bunch of dudes. They're still going to be going after a lot for February. But technically, signing day is tomorrow, ends tomorrow. And there's one more dude they're thinking is going to flip from A&M now, D lineman. Another guy, top 75 player. So A&M fans being shambles again.
It's not Dominique, is it?
No, it was something Evans.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I did see that.
He's another D lineman. He posted there's an announcement tomorrow.
That's the one where he said like, sorry, like basically that's my great. Everything they're doing is great.
Yeah, he was saying that while he's been committed to A&M. I was Texas.
That's a crazy tweet, man. Put out there
2 days ago. They were interviewing him, and he was just talking about how much he loves Texas and how they're his dream school since he was 4 years old while he's committed to A&M. So.
Basically, he's like, "Come get me, please."
Cry for help, please.
Yeah.
Wow. Strange.
That is strange. That's very strange.
Yeah.
And especially if it doesn't work out, like you got to go to A&M and be like, I was
Like,
playing.
weren't you the dude who said you wanted to go to Texas?
Yeah, man. That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, that is the Texas side of things. Looking else around the college landscape, Texas just finished the top 5 class. Of course, you got your Georgias and Alabamas and Ohio States of the world up there in the top 5 with them. But then looking at Colorado, they're receiving a lot of Dion especially is receiving a lot of question marks. Because on Twitter these last couple of weeks, you always see head coaches going out to schools, going out to houses, doing pictures with in-home visits, right? Pictures getting posted, and you didn't see one of those from Dion, not one. So people are dogging him, kind of like he doesn't really put in that work on the recruiting show, and it's kind of shows true. Just high school with no transfers, number 99 class, only 5 high school guys signed.
Damn.
And one of them they still have a commit, and it's from the number 1 offensive tackle who hasn't decided what he's going to do yet.
I was gonna bring him up. How about that? How about him? Literally, like 3 weeks ago, he was saying, "If y'all ain't coming to Colorado, what do you like?" He was saying all this stuff. He was talking, and then they're saying today or yesterday he was gonna decommit from Colorado. He's the top tackle. This dude's a monster.
There's been multiple top guys that
there's something weird about that program. I don't know what it is. Like, I get he's very eccentric as a head coach, and it's not like anything we've seen, but I feel like there's also a lot of bad things about it. Like how he treats some players. I bet you there's a lot of recruits who are like, why would I go to Colorado if you're just gonna drop me for
So that 5 high school signees and then 16 transfer signings.
Wow.
I understand him getting transfers, especially on the lines, because they need people. You know, they really do. But you know, and he probably thinks his culture he can build that just by him being Dion and you know his sons are still there. So,
Yep.
but I don't know, man. It is a weird deal as far as all those you know top guys that he had that decommitted,
Yeah.
and
No, it's almost like, you know, he doesn't want to spend that time to really go and develop these high school dudes is what everyone's looking at it as, right? They brought in shit ton of transfers last year, and it's almost like either people are saying either he's been overrated as a recruiter, right? He's supposed to be his top dude, or simply he's just not interested in doing the work, right? I mean, it's a weird way to
maybe
approach
he
the
just
rebuild.
thought I'm Dion, and
Yeah, I mean, maybe that, or he just knows
Yeah.
that he's
maybe he
gone
just-
a year or two, or he just knows he's gone in a year or two, and there's no point for him to recruit high school dudes.
well, if he doesn't win, he ain't who's gonna hire him.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to win that. You know what? The mojo he had going the first 4 or 5 games was awesome. I mean, they were talking Florida State. I mean, everybody. But I mean, if you don't win, like,
Yep.
hell, they were talking A&M for a little while. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to put in. I mean, I don't know if he's not. Maybe they're just not taking the pictures for whatever reason. But it seems like if you had a chance to take a picture with Dion, you do it. You know, so they do it with every other coach.
Sure.
yeah, they do. Well, that is kind of the college rundown. We'll talk more about Kobe's looking at Iowa's recruiting class. Overall, number 43,
Number 33.
and their transfer rank is NA because they don't get transfers to Iowa apparently.
Now
He can transfer quarterback and freaking
Well, no one wants to go play there,
It-
especially on offense.
it is concerning when our top prospect is a punter.
Punter, then linebacker.
hey, he gets a lot of work. He gets a lot of work. You know,
He's from
Australia.
Australia though, so
he's one of them Australian guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna be good.
He knows what he's doing by going there.
Now,
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of practice.
It's pretty concerning, man, when teams like North Carolina State can be ranked ahead of the Hawkeyes. How can the Hawkeyes not have a top 25 class, dude?
They got to have offensive linemen in there and some defensive guys.
Of course, what we do is we sign some 2-star
Yeah,
tight end or
I
a
think they have a 4-star
DN,
tight end committed.
and then we move him to O line. It happens every year. There's like 3 kids who we sign as completely different, and then we switch them. We know who can be a stud.
Yeah.
Just some, yeah.
he was an all-conference wrestler or something, and they turned him into
Exactly.
a first-round draft pick.
Exactly. And they always end up like 6'8".
Yeah.
Wild.
Stupid. Well, looking over to the NFL, packed weekend, right? College is really going to get going starting next week. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday on the Edge. So make sure you tune into that. Of course, make sure get your merchandise, get you a hoodie, man. Support the pod. Get you a shirt.
Oh, my hoodie. What the hell?
Kobe's about to order his tonight. You know, we all have to order it, just like everyone else watching. No special treatment over here. Not yet.
I don't believe that.
They got the pink ones, man. They got pink ones.
Really?
Yeah, you get your pink hoodie.
I might rock the shit out of a pink one. Nah, man, that blue is fucking.
Right.
That's that H-Town blue right there too. I don't know if it, but the Texans are coming back with that.
Well, that's not y'all's.
Well, it should be ours because we wouldn't kick that ass.
Sorry.
We wouldn't kick the Titans' ass. We should win the jerseys back.
They can win. They can wear them next weekend if they
Bullshit.
want. Y'all can't.
Okay.
Y'all wear that old navy
No,
blue.
seriously, can we seriously talk about this? So you truly believe that those jerseys should belong to the Titans?
Well, they were the Oilers, and
Right.
those were the Oilers,
But it was
Jersey.
Houston though, right?
but they was the Oilers, and that's where that team moved to.
Okay.
So that is, if you look back at their records, it has Bum Phillips records in the Titans because
it it sucks because those are the best jerseys of all time.
Yes. They're the cleanest.
But I don't know if you know, next year the Texans are finally gonna get new jerseys for the first time in fucking forever. Like I'm so excited, right? And it's gonna have that blue. So
Oh, if it's that baby blue with like the red
it,
thing
I think the helmet might be white.
with a baby blue Texan,
Oh yeah,
ooh, that's clean.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna have to rock one of those hats.
Well, speaking of your mini teams,
Yeah,
your two teams play each other this weekend, man. Who
I
are you
know.
going?
I'm
Dolphins versus
jaded. I don't know who to pick.
How you feeling on that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, the Cowboys.
They
We're gonna
struggle
see how they
away.
bounce back. We'll see how they bounce back. I mean, it is what it is. I told you what I thought about it. They just got out. They got manhandled, and it was not even funny. So we're gonna see, man. And Tua is doing good. Tyreek will probably be back. Moster, he's running the ball everywhere. Etienne's back. So it's not good. Like
So hold on. So you're a Miami fan? Like, are you that one dude who just chooses a team that's good?
I've always liked Miami. Back when Dan Marino was there.
Okay. This is my first time to hear about this, but okay, sure.
Oh man, you just don't listen, dude. I've been telling you that for years, bro.
Off topic, real quick.
Yeah.
If Dan Marino was in the league today, would he be a top 5 QB?
He would throw for 10,000 yards
Why does everyone say that? Why?
because he was just he was so
Like,
good, man.
like was
Release, his arm power, everything.
was it like Patrick Mahomes type of arm, just crazy, just
And I think his release was quicker than everybody. I mean, just get it out. Dan Marino was the man.
would you, if you're starting a franchise, would you choose a young Dan Marino or a young Pat Mahomes?
In today's NFL,
Yeah.
Dan Marino.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I just think with the rules these days and the way that you can throw across the middle, no problem. I mean, nobody's scared to go across the middle anymore. Like there is no fear of getting your head taken off by a linebacker. So that opens up so much more,
Yeah.
you know, than it did when
Yeah.
old school playing. Because I mean, he could pick apart. I mean,
Well,
Peyton Manning even if he was playing today.
you still kind of see those few shitheads who still hit hard as shit. So I feel like some receivers are still kind of scared about that. But in a couple of years, after less people take those big hits, yes, I think the game will change. But right
Man,
now,
it's nothing like it was to me.
oh,
Dude.
I'm sure, dude.
Ray Lewis literally
Yeah,
killed people.
from early 2000s, dude, it's changed so. Oh,
And so think about 15 years before that. And that's when Dan Marino was doing it. So I mean, it's
just dudes out there killing each other. I bet. That's
CTE for real. Like not this bullshit CTE. I'm talking about the real CTE.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Wow.
Well, looking at it, we got a shorter one for you tonight. Obviously, we're in the H-Town with Kobe live. But let's go ahead and throw up the pick board for the weekend, right? Some big games, interesting lines, you could say. So there's the games we're going off of, like always. And then we're going to give you our lock, and then Kobe's going to also give you his locks as well for who he's banking on. We're going to knock it off with both of us. So, big boy, why don't you give us your lock?
all right. So I got the Ravens plus 5.5. I'm going all in on Lamar this week. My maybes are the Panthers plus 5. I just got a feeling about the Panthers, man. I do not trust Green Bay's defense. And I like the Raiders plus 10 kind of too.
Raiders plus 10.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, man. And Max Crosby always has a game against Pat Mahomes.
That is true.
Yeah. My lock is the Bucks, man. The Bucks -1 against the Jags. Why are the Bucks favored against the Jags? Yes,
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence didn't practice yesterday or today, whenever it was.
He's in concussion, so
So
he
he's
probably
out.
can't play.
But
Yeah,
still, the Bucks
Is this-
man,
-1
Baker's
at
cooking.
the Bucks.
Baker is cooking.
But yeah, so that will be my lock. I just saw that line and I was like, I'm gonna hammer that. The same thing with the Colts line is weird too. The Colts and Falcons, it's Falcons -1 against the Colts, which is really freaking odd. The Falcons just lost to the freaking Panthers last week, so
They did.
Well, this week they'll give it to Bijan 25 times, and he'll have
Well,
1-7.
I like the Chargers pick. I see you're on them as well. That's a lot of points. You know, QB's out, Keenan Allen's out, but interim head coach, you know, they always come to play game
the
one.
Chargers
I
freaking
don't
suck.
care. I don't.
They will not get past the 50-yard line. The Chargers are the freaking worst team in the NFL now.
They quit.
That's it. It's so bad.
But I like them as well. Kobe, who are you liking?
Like this slate a lot, dude. I'll tell you who I really like, man. I love the Jags. I mean, it's the same shit. One, fade Cooper because he's awful.
Although I have the best record out of anyone, out of all three of us.
Not in the NFL.
I guarantee you when we add it up,
I
when we
guarantee you don't.
add it up at the end, we'll see. We'll see.
I guarantee you don't.
I guarantee you I do. So we'll
You know,
see.
We'll add it
We'll
up.
add it up.
We'll add it up tonight.
Because
so
I
that way
100% have college on all of y'all.
for Tuesday
So-
on the edge. We'll make sure it's on there for Tuesday.
I have it all. I have college on all of y'all, and I may be 1 or 2 in NFL.
You just
So,
said guarantee.
so I'm just saying.
Someone needs to look into getting some type of payment every month for Cooper because he's slow or he's not right. He's not right in the head.
You're right about that.
He's not good at betting.
No, but it's fun to bet when you like. There's nothing really on it. Just like, hey, I'm betting.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
hey, I'm betting. It's fun.
Yeah.
No, you're not betting. You're just guessing.
Yeah,
Put some
right.
money on.
I do. I have.
I'll take the Jags because A, it's Cooper, and B, it's the same thing, dude. Backup quarter. I get it's at Tampa, and I get what why are the Jags dogs? Because they don't have a quarterback and it's at Tampa, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll take the Jags.
All right. Well,
You suck.
yeah, we'll see.
Love it. That might be my play of the week, actually. I'll take the Bills. I just think, yes, I'll take I just don't think the Chargers are that good, man. But also, they literally quit. Like,
So bad.
if you let a team put up 6, especially the Raiders, if you let the Raiders put up 60 something points at the end of the season, now's going to be when the Chargers start to play like young players. And since the head coach is gone, players he didn't want to give a shot that some assistant coaches might have wanted to. So a lot of changes. Yeah, I think the Bills win huge here. Minnesota +3. I'm not a believer in the Lions, and I'm a believer in the Vikings in some way. I think they win this game.
But Justin Jeffries isn't playing, right?
He's playing.
Is he playing? I thought he was out.
He's playing. He's because he played last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he played
but
last week.
He got hurt again. I don't know if he's back or
No, he's a dog.
not.
He's fine. Yeah, I'll take the Vikings there, man. Scrappy game. Still think the Lions are just
A fraud.
no. I don't. No, I think they're a good team, but
Kurt says they're frauds.
I just don't think they're a Super Bowl contender like people thought all season. I
Yeah,
think they're.
I see that.
I think they're a good playoff team. Like could maybe win in the first round, but no. I will take Green Bay plus 4.5 again. Fade Cooper at all costs. It's at Carolina, but still, dude. Panthers are off of a huge win. This line,
They're
what?
so bad, Cope. Come
Huge
on,
win.
man.
Happy
They're
team,
so bad.
young team.
Okay,
No,
they had a huge win against freaking the Falcons that gave the ball to Bijan 3 times.
the Falcons,
like-
who I believe are tied in their division.
Yeah,
for
but
first place.
right, but still,
Worst division. And
still the
What is
yeah,
that? They're
not
like
only
7-7,
but
right?
they did not hand the ball off to Bijan. If you hand the ball off to Bijan, Cope, that game goes differently.
You can say that, but again, it's one player, so you can't really.
You,
say
but
that.
the Panthers are not stopping Bijan.
You can't
They
say
just
that.
won it, so I don't know why.
Let me check the stats here.
Well,
See if they-
look how many carries he had.
Since we're doing things different this episode, we've got our phones in hand, so I've got stats, right? Bijan, 7 attempts for 11 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder why he didn't get the ball. He
7
tried-
attempts. It should
he
be
tried it
25.
7 times.
It
and he
should be
got
25.
11 yards.
It should be 25.
11 yards off
the
of 7
the fact
attempts.
that they handed off to Cordell
Algier-
Patterson 5 times.
I mean, Cordarrelle, though, he scored a touchdown for him, and Bijan didn't. So I don't.
Anyway,
You can't say that one
Okay,
player is
but-
going to change an outcome.
and that game it
It's
went.
pro football. Any team, the worst team can beat the best team.
Yep, no doubt.
But I'm taking the Panthers to get their ass beat there. And sorry, Cade. Cade is so annoyed. He's saying, guys, hurry up.
Trying to stay on task, and he got y'all two just ding, 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 ding. You know, he can't do that.
So someone's got to control things in here.
Somebody got to be the moderator, whatever.
Yeah,
ever said.
I've got one more pick. I love this pick. I got the Ravens. I love the Ravens here, man. I think the Ravens beat. I don't know if they stomp San Fran, but I think they win this game. A money line, just a little small, maybe half a unit parlay of the Ravens, the Texans,
Case
and
Keenum.
who's the other dog? Oh, and the Vikings. That's a little nice 3-teamer, three dogs, like smaller dogs, who, in my opinion, win. It'd probably be a good little profit, but I love the Ravens here, dude. I think they beat San Fran. San Fran's good, but I saw this stuff about the Ravens feel really disrespected
Out of
and
line.
all this stuff. So
That's the MVP game.
exactly,
Somebody's going to come out of that game.
exactly.
Watch-
Right.
We're gonna
Right.
get into who we think MVP should be right before we close it out. We got about 4 or 5 minutes left, but we're gonna go over to Big Boy. Got some Longhorns in the NFL for us.
Yeah, Taquan Graham, 2 tackles, 1 sack, a QB hit, and a forced fumble. My boy Little Jordan had 3 receptions for 16 yards and a touchdown. Rojo, 5 carries, 36 yards,
He had the
4
most
receptions.
yards.
Oh, yeah.
He had the most rushing
24.
yards.
About fucking time he does something.
And then Brandon Jones had 5 tackles, 2 picks,
Damn.
and 2 passes defended.
I didn't know he had 2 picks. That's nice.
Yeah, 2 picks.
Wow.
No, going back to the MVP thing. Like y'all said, this week's a big MVP game, but I just can't believe that Brock Purdy has the best odds of winning the MVP.
He's
If you look at his stats, he's
But
he's on
it's
San Francisco.
It's not that though, because any quarterback in that scheme, any decent like Dak in that scheme, I feel like does perfectly fine. Like it's the scheme Kyle Shanahan has that you get those people going over the middle, just dumping small passes, and they're big playmakers that are getting yards. The big
You say that, but I heard a thing on McAfee today. His the yards, the yak after catch,
9.7.
he has the least amount period, of the league average.
Wow.
Like you just discrediting that because that's what everybody
Okay,
says. but it's
okay,
not
then
true.
I'll go to my next point then. You have the best running back in the league. Okay, listen, hold on. If they're stacking the box trying to stop freaking Christian McCaffrey, because that's the one thing you have to do to beat the 49ers is to stop the run. Okay. If you don't stop the run, you're losing the game.
So it's his fault he's on a good team.
No,
Exactly.
no,
What is
but
he
So it's
saying?
his fault he's on a good team.
my point is the MVP is Christian McCaffrey. He's the best player in the league. He gets
Okay.
the best things going.
Took you a while.
You can say that without discrediting Brock, though.
I'm not taking anything away from
You
Brock.
can say McCaffrey is your MVP.
I'm just saying McCaffrey
You
makes
just
Brock
did. You
better.
just tried to like 4 times.
No, I'm not. I'm saying McCaffrey and Ayuk and Debo make Brock better than what he is.
Well, that's what a team is. It's a team game.
But,
But I say
but the
Lamar.
MVP is a person.
Lamar wins this weekend, first in MVP. That's my thing.
To me, again, Cooper, there's something wrong with Cooper. But
How? What?
I saw this stat. Brock Purdy, 32nd last in the league for pass attempts, second in passing yards. So that says a lot right there. His passer rating, I think, is number 1. He leads in damn near every important stat. You can't say just because he's in a good offense. Like, that's like saying Tua isn't good just because he's on probably the best offense, right?
And he has the best receiver in the league.
You put Tua on the Texans or you put Tua on a team with okay weapons, he's still going to be a good quarterback. So
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from him, but
Okay,
I'm just saying Chris
would-
McCaffrey, best player in the league.
If
That's it.
I would love if Tyree can get back to healthy and finish strong, I would love to see that too. Coming because
he could win it.
you saw what
Yeah.
happened to the
He
Dolphins
can hit
whenever he went out.
2K. He hits
Yeah.
2K. That's a big deal.
No
Yeah.
reason he shouldn't. But that is our hot topics. Shorter episode. Get your merch. Tune into Tuesdays on the Edge. Big week next
We're not
week.
bad,
Eric
baby.
Henry from Horse 24/7 should be joining us to preview the Texas-Washington game. But we appreciate you tuning in on the Sports Roundtable Trio edition. And everyone have a great weekend. Great Christmas. We'll see you after Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Y'all have a good one.
See you next week, Ryan.